An NBA player got a reporter fired? Let's take a look. NBA and interviews go side by side, and you could say the game isn't only played on the court, it's also played on screen. And that's why interviews are pretty important in the NBA, and things can get pretty disrespectful during that. Well, today, we're going to be talking about some of the most disrespectful interview moments in NBA history. Let's jump right into it. Starting off our list, at number 5, Chris Paul and the dumb interview question. Chris Paul is one of the nicest guys in the NBA, and you could barely see him doing anything wrong. You can't think of him humiliating a reporter, right? Well, one time he humiliated a reporter so badly that it went pretty viral. This happened in the 2017 playoffs during the Clippers vs Jazz series, in which LA had just lost Game 5 96-92. So coming into the post-game interview, of course, Chris was pretty frustrated and upset, and his Clippers were now down 3-2 in the series, and one more loss, and they would be done for the season. And that's when a reporter asked a dumb question at the wrong time to Chris. I mean, why you would even ask that? Just take a look.
Chris, will the Clippers be back here Sunday playing a Game 7?
Huh? What?
Your feeling about your level of confidence that you'll be back here again.
What you think? I'm on the team. What you want me to say? Nah, it's over. I mean, that's what you want to hear? Yes. Come on, man. You've been doing this long enough. Seriously, right?
You can expand upon that.
No, I don't know. Everybody in here laughing for a reason.
I don't know what answer the reporter was expecting, but I don't think this dude expected to get put on blast like that. Poor guy had the whole room laughing at him. That's so embarrassing. At number 4, Draymond Green getting a reporter fired. Draymond Green doesn't seem like a person who can get someone fired, but well, he did just that. The Warriors had just come off a legendary season going 73-9, and they were cruising through the first round of the 2016 playoffs, and they just came off of a Game 4 win, beating the Rockets 121-94. And I mean, the Warriors were looking unstoppable. It didn't really matter what team they faced, they steamrolled them. But this was a very difficult time for the Rockets because Houston was dealing with severe flooding, and this was devastating for the city, in which thousands lost their homes and many people died, but one shameless reporter saw this as an opportunity to get a headline, and look at what he asks Draymond.
Okay, Draymond, here's an interesting question. So last year you visited us. Game 3, there's no flood, you win. Game 4, there was flood, you lose. And this year, you visit us. Game 3, there's a flood, you win. Game 4, there's no flood. Game 3, there's flood, you lose. Game 4, there's no flood, you win.
Brother,
so
you asked me about the flood in practice the other day, and I said I pray for the city of Houston because you don't want to see anyone go through that. I feel like you keep trying to get at like us hitting threes or something, and you're trying to get a controversial statement out of me, but you're not, because I feel sorry for the people of Houston.
This is just pure disrespect, not just to the player or the city, but even to the media as well. The whole scene was just pretty painful to watch, and an hour later after the interview, the news came out that the reporter just got fired. I mean, it's sad to hear, but he didn't do anything right. At number 3, Jimmy Butler disrespecting TJ Warren. Jimmy Butler had a pretty disrespectful attitude, and did you know that a single trash-talking incident cost him tens of thousands of dollars? This moment went down in 2020, and it was a game between the Heat and the Pacers with 6:29 left in the third quarter. The story is that Butler ran around a screen and drove to a wide open plane, but TJ Warren was there and he grabbed him and wouldn't let go. Jimmy felt it was a little too rough, so he got right in TJ's face. Something big was about to go down, you could just see it, and Jimmy was literally yelling things like, "You're trash." He even called TJ soft. So they both got technical fouls, but that wasn't it. Obviously, things don't end that easily, and on the very next play, they were getting physical, and Jimmy committed an offensive foul on TJ. So TJ started taunting Jimmy, yelling things like the B word and clapping in his ears. So officials called another technical foul, and TJ was ejected. On his way to the tunnel, Jimmy started blowing him kisses and clapping back, and TJ kept yelling things and flipping him off. Due to this, both Jimmy and TJ were fined $25,000 each after the game, but Jimmy, being a rough guy, didn't hold back. So when he was asked about this during an interview in the post-game locker room, he started completely humiliating TJ Warren. I mean, my man was straight up making fun of him.
What sort of made it so chippy all of a sudden out of just like the one foul?
I mean, to me, I think it's tough for him because I can guard him and he can't guard me. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. But like I said, I think you just got to watch your mouth in certain situations. There's some that you just don't say as a man. And, I mean, he got to see me the next time because I feel like what he said was truly disrespectful. And it's all good because we see him again. I ain't scared of nobody. So, you know, he talking about, oh, we're going to fight, this, that. It is what it is to me.
And then what did you notice the middle finger from him, and was the blowing of the kiss?
He's soft. He's not even in my fucking league, like nowhere near me. And if I was their coach, I would never put him on me ever again. He's like, no. Put somebody else on me, because I'm a Taz every time we play. He's trash.
Ouch, that was pretty harsh, and in my opinion, it's one of the biggest disrespectful moments in NBA history. And that leads us to number 2, LeBron James ruining the career of some weird reporters. LeBron's an amazing player, but he also has a temper. We know many times he had problems with reporters, but this one time he absolutely humiliated the reporter so badly that it ruined their career. I think we all remember this embarrassing moment when J.R. Smith literally dribbled out the clock when his team wasn't even winning the game and cost the Cavs Game 1 of the NBA Finals. But one thing you might not know is that LeBron is the one who had to deal with the entire media backlash, being the leader. So when it came time for the post-game interviews, he wasn't in the mood for any stupid questions, and look at what happened.
LeBron, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. From listening to everybody's reaction to the play at the end with JR getting the rebound, there's still confusion about whether JR thought the game was tied or whether he thought you guys were ahead. From where you stood on the court and from talking to him after the play, what's your reaction to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that?
Or did you discuss it at all with him at the end of the play?
No. They asked me if I talked to JR about it. I said no already. I knew it was a tie game. We was down 1. George Hill went up. He made the first one. We got the offensive rebound. You know, I thought we were all aware of what was going on. That's my view. So I don't know what JR was thinking. I don't know the question you're trying to ask.
I was just trying to see if you knew exactly what his state of mind was. Did he think that you guys had it won, or did he think he was trying to make a play?
No, I don't know his state of mind.
Did you know if he knew the score?
Thank you.
You know you're in deep when you make a man with a person suit just walk off. This interview got over 2 million views, so after this happened, the public started to hate Mark Schwartz, who asked the question, and I mean, there are literally entire videos dedicated to him asking stupid questions, and that's pretty funny.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN. You know, Steph was unbelievable in this series as well as you were. 9 threes for a finals record. He closes out with 37, and he still never won a finals MVP.
Does it matter?
Does it?
We won 2 champs. We just won back-to-back. I don't think nobody even worried about that type of stuff.
Well, this isn't the only time LeBron got pretty pissed. Back in 2017, the same thing happened.
So it's a case where you guys just need to defend home court at this point?
Well, I mean, are you a smart guy?
I think so.
I think so, right? So if we don't defend home court, what happens?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm asking you.
Well, yeah, then you guys are looking at getting swept.
All right. So that answers your question.
And finally, at number 1, Russell Westbrook insulting a reporter. There was a time when Russell Westbrook was on the Thunder, and they had just suffered a devastating loss to the Utah Jazz. Westbrook only scored 22 points and had 7 turnovers, and this was one of the worst games, and he was just pissed at himself. So Westbrook headed to the locker room where the media was waiting, and well, a reporter asked a question that went down in history.
Did you guys lose this game, or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
But this was just the beginning. Back in 2016, Westbrook and Kevin Durant had a beef, and during their beef, the Cavs ended up facing the Warriors on Christmas Day. The game was the thriller. During the game, it all came down to the last few seconds, and Kyrie drove to the hoop, spun, and hit the game-winning shot. So what does this have to do with Westbrook, you ask me? Well, right after it happened, a video went viral of Westbrook practicing, and as he hit a shot, he ran away, and just listen to what he says. Yeah, you heard it right. It sounded like Westbrook yells, quote, "Thank you, Kyrie," making fun of the fact that Kyrie hit a game-winning shot against KD. Now, of course, this went viral instantly, so a reporter had to ask Westbrook about it, but I guess it did not clearly go as the reporter planned.
Kyrie, do you want to comment on that at all?
What?
There's a video
What
of
do I
like...
look like, man?
Okay.
For real, man.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
know if you wanted to clear
Why would I
anything
ever
up.
say that?
I didn't know if you wanted to clear anything up. I didn't
What
know
up?
what you were saying.
What video?
There's a video that the Thunder Twitter account tweeted out.
What video?
It's a video of you putting up a shot pregame. Ran off and yelled
I would
something.
never
in the
say no
tunnel.
other man's name like that, for one. Thank you, Kyrie. What do I look like, bro? I was talking to my trainer's daughter. His daughter's name is Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I'm tired of I ain't even about to keep going on there. I'm about to keep my spirit up.
Well, guys, that's it for today. Let us know which was the most disrespectful interview moment in NBA history in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching another video of Triple Domination. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.